What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Shibui Anime Tavern, brought to you by the good people at Nova Circuit. I'm Mayogetsu, and today I'm joined by the Menagerie of Misfits, Jason.
Yo.
The homie Darklight.
Baka.
And we are in the midst of a anime season where there's some new things releasing. Today we're going to be talking about Delicious in Dungeons.
This was a good anime, I'm not gonna lie. And it was what was it, Jeff? It was based off a manga, like Dungeon Meshi or whatever.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, so it's exciting. I've never seen the manga, so
yeah,
it's good. I like the concept of it too, and even at the beginning when they like even with this one episode, I like the story that is, because at first they gave that quick intro of the old like wizard, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna go through some typical campaign of some old mage, whatever, because that's what it was kind of explaining in the beginning, and then you just
I'll be honest with you, that part kind of threw me off compared to the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it almost doesn't make sense that I just told you about a past time of like wizard. I don't know if it's like a lore thing. Maybe the next episode's going to show more.
Well, I'm assuming what it is like, oh, this is the reason they're going into the dungeon.
Oh, you know what? That could have been it too. I didn't even think about that.
I liked how the episode just how it actually opened, and it was like he's sitting there daydreaming about, oh, I'm hungry, we need supplies, and meanwhile they're all getting fucked up by this big ass dragon. Right. Like, oh, okay, I see where this is gonna go. And
then when his sister pushes him out of the way, he's just like, what the heck, is she confused? What's going on? And then he's like, oh shoot, she's in the dragon's mouth right now.
You give it a good dark comedy starting out.
Yeah. And then she instant transmissions all of them out of there. So
right.
And all of a sudden he loses train of thought. Like, okay, in the middle of fighting a whole dragon, and you don't know what the hell is going on after that.
He must have been that hungry if he was just totally didn't think about the whole party. But no,
he didn't think about nothing. He was just super distracted.
He zoned out.
And then that basically just sets up the story right there. He wakes up, they're all together, and he's like, I gotta go save my sister. So, and he hopes that she's alive. And it's funny because he's game planning all of it. He's just like, maybe I could sell all of our armor, buy cheaper armor, then get food. And
that part sounded so fishy to me though, because it seemed like it almost seemed like, oh, give me your supplies so I can sell them, and then I felt like he was just gonna go buy food with it.
Yeah,
right.
Talking about some sell it, or he finna go down in the dungeon by himself. I'm like, what? That is not gonna work.
No,
it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool that they were just like, we're gonna do it together, and he was all excited. But and even walking through town, like even the food that what it was Marcel was talking about, she's like, we could do this. They serve like more portions. He's like, no. I need you guys to leave the party and give me all your shit.
Yeah. Like, as she was talking, though, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all are poor as hell. Why are you talking about going to eat anywhere?
So, but yeah, it's the situation that they're in. They're poor, and Laos wants to save his sister.
Yeah. So the other two agree to it, and then they go.
Also, in that process of Laos want to save his sister, he's using it as a way to Chris to be like, I'm hungry. Let's go eat these monsters in the dungeon.
Yep, exactly. So he wants to eat the monsters when they're all like, what's wrong with you, bro? You're a psychopath.
Yeah, because he got an old book telling him which monster is supposed to taste good if you do certain things. I'm like, this
he's been carrying this around, it seems like, for a while now. None of his party knew about it, I guess. But no, he's just super into, hey, man,
the little rogue guy even commented about how this thing looks like it's been rifled through a lot. So so they go back down into the dungeon and try to start this quest here, and they have this mushroom monster chasing some noobs.
That's the best part.
I know, because like, why are they letting noobs in here?
The way Marcel just kills it by just whacking it on his head, she's just like, bunk. Yeah,
so Laos starts kind of cutting the mushroom up, like, hey, this is what we're gonna eat. And then they hear a little skitter, and he's like, oh, it's a scorpion. So they go and they lure the scorpion out. He stabs it in the back, kills it. And they, throw the stuff in a pot, try to cook it, and he tastes it. He's like, nope, that ain't it.
Well, technically, he cuts his tail. He eats his tail because he's thinking, okay, the venom is not going to bother. But
you know what? No,
he
that's
did
a good
not
point.
cook his tail. He did not.
That's
cook
a good point, because I was actually confused by that part. I didn't know, because you see the water boiling and he's putting the thing in there, and then all of a sudden he has he's eating it, and I was like, did he kind of cook it? Or
no, he did.
Obviously
he did
not long enough.
No, he didn't
check
cook
the
it at
temperature
all.
Of it. But
our new favorite chef pops up. Dwarf named Senshi. Oh, he was, to me, he was just straight up awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, so far my favorite character. That dude just seems like he has his stuff together. He's just like, oh, really? Oh, you're just doing it wrong. It's like Gordon Ramsay just stepped up.
Literally,
well,
dude, this is
he's
raw.
Not a complete asshole to you, so he's kind of helpful.
He's actually really cool about it. I thought the whole process of him coming in, and what he does is he starts like cooking the food for him and showing him how you can properly cook this food and make it delicious. Marcel's freaking out like, ew, this is disgusting, but everybody else is like, ooh, this is interesting, and they can.
Yeah.
And he's explaining.
He also saves Marcel from the slime. Like it gets on her head. She's literally gonna die, and he's like, "Oh, I just cut its organs."
Yeah, you just stab it right here.
It has organs.
But no, he is after making that delicious. What was it? It was like it was a
scorpion mushroom monster.
Yeah,
soup
it was a hot pot. It was a hot pot.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the first episode.
Because the
hot pot tart.
The funny part, he was cutting up. He decided to slice up some moss or something that was just growing on a brick.
Yep.
Then he cut up a tree root that's growing straight down. And I was like, okay, so it really showed that he's been down there in the dungeon for a long ass time.
Oh yeah.
So he knows.
And he had some other he had cured slime with him too to put in there, and then algae, just things that he had.
These guys, what's his name again? Senshi and Lao's party, I guess, before they pretty much meet up and decide to go deeper into the dungeon. Laos explains to Senshi about he's trying to go save his sister from the belly of a dragon, the red dragon. So Senshi wants to travel with him because he can come up with ideas to cook the dragon. So they finally made part of the party, and then we move on to the second floor, I guess, of the dungeon. And
that is true. So he does kind of have an ulterior motive to join the parties.
And pretty much in that little segment of the team going on, they showed us a map of the second floor. Basically, there's like a tower, a castle. Yep. You're at the top layer of a castle, and trees are not growing up past the ground. It's stopped because of a curse.
And the castle goes way in the ground. It's goes really
it kind of reminds me of Made in the Abyss. When you go to a certain level, the trees are going down, upward and downward, and they don't grow no farther than that. So it's kind of got a little bit of a dark, creepy tune to it. But other than that, it's more comedy.
So that's kind of the second part of the episode. They have it's hot pot / tart is the episode, and the first part you see them do everything for the hot pot, and then the second part is them going across I don't know, it's bridges and trees and stuff.
Yeah, almost very woodland area. Yeah, with wood bridges and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to mention the part where the body they find, they string it up in the freaking tree. It looks like he's hanging from the gallows. They say.
Oh yeah.
What?
They want somebody to find him, and they don't have the time to deal with them, so they're just let's string him up.
Chill Chuck. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was
it's Chill Chuck.
He pretty much Laos, you must have just seen somebody execution style or something like this, because that's the only way somebody being strung up the way it was. That's from execution.
Do you guys want to give it a rating or something, or you just thumbs up?
Oh, it's a thumbs up. Yeah. I can't give it a full rating. I got to watch the whole series. But the first episode was great. I give it a complete thumbs up. I highly recommend it for sure.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. Pretty much 8 out of 10 so far for a first episode. Kind of gets me into it.
Oh,
yeah, that sounds about right. I would say 7.58 also. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
But episode 2 on Thursday, January 11th.
There we go.
Let's go.
I'm excited. Does that conclude the video, Jeff?
I think that's good.
So,
you guys have anything else to add?
Well, no. Make sure you new folks out there that are watching the video, make sure y'all subscribe if y'all are enjoying the video so far. Hey, keep along with us. Watch every episode with us every week. We're going to make sure we keep you in contact.